Testing on a lot of these old devices is pretty hard. We have a lot of our own physical devices that we test the app on, and like every release will run it on them. And then we also leverage third-party device farms, like Amazon Web Services has a device farm. Bitbar, which is another company, has a massive device farm where we can run the app and run either, there's multiple ways, but our automated tests as well as manual tests where we can just see how the app is running. And then also what they call like AI or bot or fuzz tests, which are basically bots or AI-based algorithms that simulate a user clicking around, basically trying to break the app in any manner. So we'll leverage that on as many devices as possible that these device forms support. And a lot of them are actual real devices. It's kind of crazy to think about, but think of a big warehouse with a bunch of phones plugged in where you can download your app onto it, test it, and then wipe the phone clean. That's more or less how it works. And then we also leverage Google Play and their beta testing products in order to get the app on as many people's phones as possible to ensure that a release is stable. And then once we determine that like 1 or 2% of the user base is looking good, we'll start gradually rolling it out to more and more users to make sure that it is stable and just look at the different metrics. And we have tools for that. One tool is called Crashalytics. The other tool is called Embrace that we use to track a lot of that data, which is crashes, memory issues, network activity, things of that nature. There are a lot of different members that do work on the product that have different skill sets in order to achieve a lot of what I just spoke about in terms of releasing, looking at setting up automation, looking at the automated results, and dealing with the releasing of the product itself, and then looking at the post-launch results. So it really involves from the Audiomack team, there's a number of different members. There's Charlie, who's their head of product. There's Dave, their CEO, who gets involved a lot with releases. And there's their whole backend team, their CTO as well. And then from our end, we are really the mobile focus team, which is a mix of, we have our iOS and Android leads that really lead each product as a separate entity. And then we have generally 4 to 5 developers underneath each of them that are doing a mix of different tasks, whether it's maintenance and refactoring or feature additions or focusing on looking at one of the kind of above items that I mentioned. So like when a release is ready, there's one person that's tasked with getting that release ready and shipping it to the beta testers, then generally the leads at the end of the day, but they're leading everything. And then when there's a specific item that comes up that's maybe in the wheelhouse of someone else, they'll pass that off to someone with that skill set. And in terms of all like the automation and things of that nature that we've built out, it's taken a pretty long time to get a lot of the automation that we have built, but it's a process like anything. It doesn't get built overnight, just like the overall product. We've been working on it for, at this point, over 6 years. So the automations and additions in terms of like AI and things of that nature have just been added over the course of those years. But we have been spending a lot more time on adding in things that will prevent issues from creeping up on us and basically add as many tools and things to improve our code quality to ensure that the release is going to go as smooth as possible, because it makes everybody's life and job easier if every release is as smooth as it can be.